I'm not happy. And a lot of that is really interconnected to my relationship with money, and that's not healthy. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Riri's Money video. I hope you're doing well, and I hope that you got my last video, which was a cash stuffing video. This video, we're actually going to talk about a bit of an update to what exactly it is I have been doing in terms of trying to keep my goals, my financial goals, on track, and to make sure that I'm actually getting as much as I can out of saving money, putting away money, and just being able to really invest in myself and make sure that my dollars are really going the extra mile. A little bit of background, but I started this journey in early December when I was like, I really need to fix the situation. And when I first started this journey, I was just putting money into envelopes going, okay, if I hoard my money, that should be great. What I've realized now is the importance of being able to also grow any money that I need to put away. For instance, some emergency cash that is currently in a high interest savings account, and I want it to not just sit there, but to sit there and work for me. I was doing a 1K challenge previously that I talked about in one of my videos, and I'll be talking about it again in my next cash stuffing video. There's a sheet that you can print off. I'll link below where I got this particular sheet, but you basically just cross it off each time or color it in each time you put a certain amount, or that amount that you see on the sheet, into an envelope. You save up and you go from there. So that's one of the big changes I've made, is to make sure that any money that I am putting away that I want to make like a long-term commitment for, that goes into something that's high interest or something that will pay me back. Yeah, it may only be, 50 cents, $1, $2, but at the end of the day, that is money that ends up being made, and for me, that's fantastic. One of the other things I did too is I started to really take a look at my expenses and see what I could cut. We actually cut off our cable. What really was insane to me, and I usually look at our bills every year, but I clearly, I hadn't looked at them in a while. And I didn't realize that for the basic cable package alone, we were paying $95. So we pay $173 total for pretty decent internet. With work from home these days, it's really important to have a solid connection. Ultimately, the fact that we were paying $95 for basic cable when we use more, Netflix, we use more Disney Plus. Those things are, relatively speaking, pennies compared to a $95 per month basic cable package. And we upgraded our internet. I think the upgrade was only about $5 more than what we were paying previously. One of the things I've also done is create a Poshmark envelope. I go into it a bit more in my blog post. When I got really sick, I started to ask myself, what is it that makes me happy? The immediate gratification you got when somebody said, oh, nice bag, or nice shoes, or nice belt, it felt like that was the way to be happy. You don't realize how quickly that feeling disappears. It hit me like a ton of bricks. I'd always known for a while that I needed to stop, and I have been getting better and better, but I feel like this for me was a really incredible and insane turning point in this debt journey. So I've kept a few things. This, for instance, has sentimental value, and quite frankly, it's very convenient. I keep all of my additional cards in here. I have another card holder that I use daily, but I do keep my spending envelopes in here. I kept 2 of my designer bags, and everything else I've sold. And the crazy thing with Poshmark is I've already made $1,000, like close to $1,000, and that is all going to go to debt. When it comes to debt and trying to pay things off, we are so hard on ourselves. The fact that you realize that you screwed up, I don't want to dwell too much on the past, right? Because if I keep thinking about it and dwelling on it, what am I going to achieve? And the way to move forward is literally to move forward. And so that's why I decided to sell a lot of my things, just so that I can make some money back. Is it 100% of the value? No. But at the end of the day, there will be money going into that debt. I actually gave my notice at my current job. And when I first started out, I had disclosed how much money I was making. I'm probably getting paid sort of at the top level. I have nothing to show for it. I am in debt in part because I made so much money and I didn't know what else to do with it. I didn't educate myself on how to save it, how to invest it, that I just spent it. And I spent a lot of it on food, and I spent a lot of it too on shopping. And I am acknowledging that, and I've had to admit that to myself. I'm going to do some freelance work and a few other, there are a few other gigs that I am considering that are a sort of 9-to-5 model, but they do involve a bit of a pay cut. And I've reevaluated what is important to me in a job. And one of the big things is being able to work for my community and being able to write, because that really is more so within my skill set and within the realm of what I would like to do for a living. And I also want to be able to dedicate time to hobbies like this. I really love doing it. I enjoy it. So if I can find jobs that overlap a bit more in this sort of realm too, in this sort of YouTube realm, and even if I do post to YouTube on my own channel, I feel very fulfilled and I feel very happy being able to do that. My takeaway message from this video is you don't realize how interconnected your life is to a lot of your budgeting and your financial decisions. It takes a village. It really does take a village. And it's not just the envelope system, but it's also how you feel about yourself and what you really, really need as opposed to what you want. I'm not happy, and a lot of that is really interconnected to my relationship with money, and that's not healthy. But just knowing that a lot of what you do is interconnected to your finances and a lot of the choices we make, and looking at those choices and trying to figure out if they are choices that make you happy. I mean, if you want to go ahead and spend money on a designer bag because it makes you happy, and that really, really is the essence of what makes you happy, sure. But for me, I know that I need to work on my relationships with people. I need to work on my long-term goals, and I know my two main long-term goals are to buy a house and to work 4 days a week. Just knowing what really and truly makes you happy or why you do certain things can go such a long way in your financial journey. Thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video, and don't forget to check out all my socials below in the description. I'd love to connect with you on TikTok, Instagram, or even at my website. Again, all in the description. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.